Hey guys, welcome back. So in this series, we are basically learn what CSS3 is. We will cover pretty much everything related to CSS. So not wasting time too much here. So let's get started. So what is CSS? Basically, CSS fondly referred, or I mean say so. CSS basically means cascading style sheets. It is a simple design language intended to simplify the process of making web pages presentable. So HTML is our presentation language, and to simplify that task, also we invented CSS. We created CSS to simplify our web page creation tasks. So CSS handles the look and feel part of a web page. Using CSS, we can control the color of the text, the style of fonts, the spacing between paragraphs, how columns are sized and laid out, what background images or colors are used, layout designs, variation in display for different devices, and screen sizes, as well as a variety of other effects. So if our web page is going to load it in a mobile phone or maybe in a machine, a laptop machine, so according to that, we use CSS to manipulate the design according to the screen resolution. So CSS is easy to learn and understand, but it provides powerful control over the presentation of an HTML document. Most commonly CSS is combined with the markup languages like HTML or XHTML. So the advantages of CSS are it saves time. Okay, it load the pages faster. So we basically write our CSS file once, we use as it as an external file, and then we import in our HTML document. So we create a single CSS file and we can use with multiple HTML documents. So that's the power which gives CSS to us. So we don't need to define our design, our layout to each and every individual web document. So we can just create one CSS file and import in every other or every other HTML document. So that's the power it gives, that it gives to us. It basically load pages faster. So if we are using CSS, we don't need to write HTML tag attributes every time. I mean, just write one CSS rule for a tag and apply it all the occurrence. So if we have thousands of paragraphs text, so we don't have to define thousand of in individual paragraph text a design. We just simply put a single p object over the CSS part in style attribute of the head. So it just got applied to every individual paragraphs in the HTML document. Okay, so the maintenance is easy. The third point is the maintenance. So we don't have to work out with our whole HTML document, since it consists of 6,000 lines to 5,000 lines to a lot of lines up there. So just we go our style tag and or maybe our separated CSS file. We will discuss how CSS is used. There are various methods to use CSS in HTML, but the maintenance is very easy. We just have to check out our CSS and boom, everything is fine, it's working. Okay, so it has superior styles to HTML. So it has much wider array of attributes than HTML. So we can give a far better look to our HTML page in comparison to HTML attributes. So it is another point, maybe it is multiple device compatible. Okay, so we allow style sheets actually allows us to optimize for more than one type of device, as I have discussed to you, that if the screen size is changed, for example if there is a smartphone or maybe a machine, so according to the screen resolution it sets up the whole design layout of the HTML document. Okay, so it also allows us to offline browsing. Sometimes the actually CSS stores web applications. So locally it stores the web application with the help of an offline cache. So the browser reuses this cache and it gives us a much better view. For example, if we saves our Wikipedia page, to further read offline for offline reading. And the css design is also saved with that html page, and that's how it looks much better. So if you open an offline page, not a dynamic page but a static html page, so the css is also reloaded, it recached from the cache part. Okay, so that's the power css gives us. And the last point, which is most important, it is that it is platform independent. So this script is platform independent, and it can support latest browsers as well. Okay, so it is the css basically created in 1994. It came according basically it is created by a group of people in w3c, which is world wide web consortium. And this is how css came in existence, because uh, in years later, in html 3.2, it introduces a font tag, means it introduces some style text, which is a nightmare for web developers. So to avoid that problem, to overcome that problem, w3c and the people that are working with w3c, they created css. Okay, and there are various versions. So css1 is launched in 1996 after the creation of the css. It was till not used as worldwide, but css basically came in existence to the whole internet in 1996, and it basically supports simple visual formatting model. Okay, and css2, which came in existence in 1998, it supports media specific style sheets, for example printer and downloadable fonts, various other things. And css3, which we are learning right now, it came in 1998, and it basically has a much wider thing, which it divides into modules. So the modules may be a selector, box module, backgrounds, image, 2D and 3D transformations, animations. So css3 consists of a lot of things beside of the two previous versions of it. And in the next section, we will discuss what the syntax of css. So for now, I hope you understand what css is, how it came in existence, what power it gives us to build a web page, a user friendly web page. So thanks for watching.